Hi guys, just started up a new YouTube channel. It's the first video. I don't think it'll be a regular occurrence, but I just wanted to share some thoughts, maybe give this a try, first time out. I apologise off the back if this video quality seems a bit iffy compared to some of the other videos that are out there. Basically, I'm videoing off my Oppo Android smartphone, so you know, it is what it is. I don't have the correct setup. I don't have all the equipment or anything. You know, this is very basic. I think from my channel description, it is a basic video. It is basically for fun. It's just my take on my enjoyment I get out of the hobby. So I just really want to do this. I think I'm moving more and more towards, you know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of painting tutorials. Really want to do the best that I can do with the tools and the things I've got at hand. So you know, I hope you like it. Leave me a comment. If not, you know, whether you like it, you don't like it, you know, that's up to you. Just thought I'd do this. Some sort of get my words out. As you can tell, I'm a broad northerner from Wigan. So again, being from Wigan, I apologise if there's any sort of cursive language on this. It's natural for me for it to slip out without me thinking about it. I suppose that's working 10 years on the doors will do that for you. But anyway, I'm sat here in my back garden. This is where I come to do my painting. I've got my own potting shed, which was sort of, we redid the garden during lockdown. Ended up digging up 3 ton of soil and then having to handball that out from the back to the front and then load it up into the car, take that to the tip, handball it out the car into the tip. So how I'm not built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll never know. But yeah, that was a lot of hard work. But the end result was we got the garden the way we liked it, and I got my shed basically because the wife got sick to death of seeing all my paints and models and hobby tools basically taking over the living room, and she wanted it out. So the agreement was, I'll get a large enough shed where we can store some of the garden furniture and I can have my space to do what I want to do. So this is the shed. Don't know if you can see it properly. As I said, I'm not great at these videos. Ignore the wood. It's ready to be cut up for a burning night. But let me take you inside. Yeah, all out geek. Just a nice little place for me just to stick all the stuff that I want. Nice drinking horn. I've got my Nepal prayer flags hung up. Again, some of my other Funkos and some of the little things I've worked on. I'm not the best painter, I don't pretend to be. Some of these are bought, which I've purchased off eBay just for a bit of inspiration. Some I've not bought, so you know, I'll let you judge what I've done, what I've not done. And then yeah, finally got my metal detector and the thing I picked up at Warhammer Fest, which I want to start doing, is my Horus Heresy Age of Darkness, but I don't want to start tackling that until I've got a bit better at painting, because I want to do a Alpha Legion theme, because the Alpha Legion rule basically. Just a note, if this video turns out completely rubbish, it's because my video keeps turning itself off and I have to restart it. So I really hope the editing that I put together, hopefully, fingers crossed, works. As I was saying, some big inspirations for me. Ninjom, I watch a lot of his stuff. I really love the products reviews that he does. I apologise if I get pronounce this name wrong. Zimikito. love the work that he does, the reviews he does. Squidmare, obviously, I mean, the painting that them guys do are amazing. Brushstrokes, same. Rogue Hobbies, big fan of Louise. The stuff that she does is fantastic. I love listening to the videos of Patrick and Peachy from the painting show. I'll put links to all of these sort of guys. You know, please go and watch them. They're great. You know, I can't recommend them highly enough. I mean, the list could go on, but there's some of the ones, you know, top of my head that I do watch. There's some great forums on Facebook that I joined, the Imperium of Man, the Heavier Metal group. Some brilliant artists on there. And yeah, so I mean, there was a video I was watching, and this is probably one of the reasons I wanted to do mine. So on the painting show with Peachy and Patrick, they had the Warhammer girl on, Rach, and she was talking about mental health and painting, and you know what, completely agree. This hobby, I think personally, has saved my life. So just over a year ago, March last year, 22, I was in a very dark place, and you know, tried to end it basically. A couple of suicide attempts. I was in a really, really rough place, and if it hadn't been for the love and support of my wife, my daughter, I don't think I'd have pulled through without their support. Not to mention close family, my mum and dad, sisters, etc., close friends. But what I found was, as I was suffering heavily with the depression, the anxiety, paranoia, I couldn't get the headspace right. I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. My mind was running away with itself. I was a complete wreck. But what I found was getting into the shed, sitting down, putting a bit of music on, or one of the Horus Heresy books on Audible, and sitting there and just starting to paint. Didn't care if I'm no good at it, just paint, doing what I want to do, doing what I love to do in my spare time when I've got time to do it. That brought me back, because I had it cleared my mind basically. It took me out of myself. It took all those negative thoughts, all that anxiety, paranoia, and just pushed it away, and I had nothing but just pure bliss. And yeah, if anyone is struggling with their mental health, you know, please, for one, go and speak to someone. I can't recommend that highly enough. Go and talk to someone, friends, family, your doctor, a counsellor. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's one of the best things. Talking is one of the best things. And I know as men, you know, there's a lot of men now die from suicide, because we're taught, aren't we, you know, men are not supposed to cry, we're not supposed to feel, blah blah blah. But you know what, we do. It's as simple as that. We do. And if you're like me, you keep it close to yourself. You keep it close to yourself. You keep it bottled up. You keep it inside until you can't deal with it any longer. So please, if you're struggling, go and speak to somebody. But also, you know, if you're like-minded like me and you've got a bit of a nerdy side, a bit of a geeky side, and you've never tried painting before, it doesn't matter if you want to go and paint Warhammer models like I do, or you want to go and paint some tanks, military, you know, World War One, World War Two, Napoleonic stuff, or you want to look at branch out on some other fantasy games. There's brilliant stock available in local hobbies, online even, you know. Get into it. Doesn't matter if you're no good. You're not there to please everybody else. You're there to please yourself. That's the way I look at it. I couldn't give a fuck if people don't like what I do. So what? You know, you don't like me, fuck off, I don't care. That's the way I look at it now. I used to be very concerned on what other people thought of me and how they would view me getting into this hobby. As I said, I was a doorman for 10 years. You know, big manly men, you know, we don't do nerdy things, you know, and I kept that part of myself away from people because I was afraid of what other people thought. But you know what? Now, since having my episode and it's a year later and I've moved on, do you know what? I really couldn't give a fuck what people think. I do what I like to do and I do what's good for me. And if you don't like it, well, do you know what? Loss is yours, so go and screw yourself. Again, apologies for all the bit of swearing there. So, you know what? I'm going to leave you with that. Look into the links I put down about the YouTubers I've put on. Honestly, you can't go wrong with these guys. They're brilliant. And you know what? Maybe I'll do another video soon if I can get the time. If I can get better equipment. If I can get a better place to do things. Maybe I'll put some pictures up of anything that I've finished. But yeah, thanks for listening and wish you all the best. Cheers.